Brushflies, welcome back to my channel Brushfly MUA. If you're new here, hi, my name is Mercedes, I'm the face behind Brushfly MUA, and if you are new, please remember to hit that subscribe button, and if you're not new, hi, welcome back. So today is just a chatty little video. I have decided to do a product specific no or low buy for the next 3 months. So I love makeup. Absolutely love makeup. I also really love skincare, but sometimes buying it all the time can get a bit much. You sort of forget what's in your makeup collection, and I sort of want to try and rediscover what's in my collection. So I have a few items that I'm not going to buy for the next 3 months and see how I get on and see if I can actually stick to it. Now I am going to allow myself to buy a few items, like if they are needed, and I will comment on which ones those are. But the ones I have chosen to not allow myself to buy for the next 3 months, we're going to hop into and I'll tell you all about. So I have decided to not buy these ones because I either have too many and I actually need to go through and still review them on my channel, or I just don't use them and it's pointless to sort of buy them. So the first thing I have decided to put on my no buy is brow products. So if you know me and you know my channel, I hate doing my eyebrows. I'm naturally blonde and I dye my hair dark, so my eyebrows are actually quite light in colour, and they are also quite sparse. You know, to make them actually stand out, I have to do a lot of drawing, and I always find that when I do that I look a bit clowny. They don't really suit me. I look at pictures of when I'd done it when I first got into makeup, like trying to draw on my brows, and I just think they look awful. When I did hairdressing quite a few years ago when I was training, there was this lovely old lady that used to come in and have her hair done weekly. But she used to literally draw her eyebrows on, but the product was so heavy it would sort of stick out. And when I do my eyebrows and I have to like draw in the hairs and it gets quite thick and heavy, I just see that image in my head of that lovely old lady but those eyebrows. So yeah, I don't really do eyebrows. Plus I have one eyebrow higher than the other. So when I draw them on, it really accentuates that. So a lot of people say to me, oh, why don't you do your eyebrows? You're not a proper makeup artist, you're not a proper makeup YouTuber because you don't do your eyebrows. I have my reasons, and I'm not going to be changing and doing my eyebrows just for those people. I do have a few brow products in my collection. I have a handful of brow gels and I have a handful of brow pencils. Sometimes if I'm in the mood or I'm doing a certain look, I will grab them. Like I use brow gels on the daily to tame my hairs, but brow pencils once in a blue moon. So I don't really see the point in me buying any more of them, even if they sort of interest me, because I'm like, I will use it once, realise I still look like a clown, and not use it again. So yeah, brow products, definitely a no-no. And if I didn't say before, I decided to go for a 3-month product specific no or low buy, because if I was to do it for like 6 months or a year, I think I would actually go crazy because makeup is my hobby and I give myself like a monthly budget for makeup each month, and I think I would go mad if I couldn't buy something. So I think 3 months is a nice time limit. And to be honest, I did buy some skincare from Luminous and I had to do it over like a 3-month payment plan. So for me, I think that 3 months I can pay that off and then I'm not buying other products and I'm not going over my budget, if that makes any sense. Mascara. So I actually have a few in my collection that really need using up. I also have another one I need to test. So, you know, mascara roughly lasts 3 to 6 months depending on when you opened it and the formula. So I do have a few in my collection that I probably don't really need to go and buy another one. But on the spur of the moment, if I open a new mascara and it really doesn't work for me, or one of them goes bad quicker than expected, if I need to buy one, I will. But at the moment, I'm hoping I can last the 3 months without having to buy one. So yeah, mascara. Lipsticks. Eyeshadows for me are the main thing that I love to buy and collect. Second to that is lipsticks. And I have, like, you can't really see it, but just here I have like a little display rack of all the lipsticks I own. I have enough that I don't really need to buy any more, probably for the next 10 years of my life. Like, you know, I could quite easily just have these for some years to come and only have to rely on those. And, you know, it seems a bit pointless at the moment for me to go and buy more lipstick. Lipstick for me is something that I do enjoy, but there are times when I will really concentrate on doing eyeshadow, and then I might just put on a clear gloss or a lip oil, especially in these warmer months. So I might not necessarily gravitate towards my lipsticks. And then other days I would be like, I'm quite happy with just putting quite a lot of mascara on and having quite a false lash effect and then quite a vibrant lipstick. So, you know, or today I have a bit of both. But, you know, for me it's kind of one or the other. And I don't really need any more lipsticks. I definitely need to get through the ones I've got, or at least just use the ones I've got a bit more so I can get to know them again, because I've kind of forgotten what's in my collection. So I am doing a shop my stash now, which every month I'm sort of choosing different makeup to put in my makeup bag and using those for a month so I can get some use out of them. It is actually working quite well. So it is a video I like to do. So lipsticks, don't need them. Face palettes. So I actually used to be a big lover of a face palette. I had the Becca one, which was from the Chloe and Malika collection. I pretty much panned nearly all of the product in that face palette. And then I discovered a love for like single blushes, single highlighters, and not all combined together, because although that palette worked for me at the time and I loved it, a lot of palettes I'm picking up at the moment, I might really like the highlighter but not the blush, or I might really like the bronzer and not the highlighter. So I'm kind of thinking face palettes, unless it's going to be on a website where you can choose what you want in your face palette, I think I just need to leave them alone. I have bought quite a few and they literally just sit in my drawer. A lot of them are so big and chunky as well that they don't fit in my makeup bag very well, or they get knocked about when I'm trying to use them. They're big and clumpy, so I just get annoyed and chuck it to the back of the drawer. So I really don't think I need any more face palettes for the foreseeable future. Highlighters. The top drawer of my storage over here is all highlighters. Like, I actually can't remember how many I have. I did do a makeup inventory at the beginning of the year. Around about the 6-month mark afterwards, I will do a check-in and see if it's grown or not. But yeah, I don't need any more highlighters. I have so many. I am not going to get through them all because highlighters tend to be quite a big product, and I just don't, like, I wear highlighter every day, but you know, it would take a year to use up like a medium-sized highlighter pan, I think. So I have so many in now, I could probably use those highlighters for the next 20 years. Do I really need any more? Not at the moment, but in saying that, highlighter is really pretty and I do really like it. I might have to start doing something along the lines of, if I bring something in, I take something out. If I don't use it, declutter it, give it to a family member or a friend, see if they would get the use and the love out of it that I'm not. So maybe I would do that in the future, but at the moment I'm just going to put myself on a no buy for that. And I don't need it. I don't need it. I keep telling myself I don't need it, and then I'll walk into like TK Maxx and be like, wow, that one's really like old and rare, you can't get that anymore. Mine. That's how I ended up with a Becca one. Eyeshadow palettes. This is gonna really hurt me because I love eyeshadow palettes. They are the one thing in my collection that I love and adore to collect. I look at them and I love them. Yes, I will buy the odd one that I really don't like and I don't want to keep in my collection, but for the most part I buy them, use them, keep them, and then I put them in my shop, my stash, and try and mix it up so I get some use out of them. So it's not that bad that I'm buying them and not using them. I do. I still have quite a few in my collection that I have yet to review on my channel, but also it's the whole storage situation. Eyeshadow palettes tend to, unless you're buying minis, not tend to be that small. They're quite big, and you know, I quickly run out of storage space, so then I have to go through and declutter some, and I would rather just stick with the ones I got for a couple of months, test them out, test the ones that need reviewing on my channel. If I do like them, yes, great, I'll keep them, I'll work them into my storage. If I don't, then at least then I can think, right, I don't like you, you're moving on to a friend, be done with. So as much as that's going to hurt me, I think eyeshadow palettes, yeah, can't. Foundations, yeah, I have quite a few. Some of them are more heavy coverage that I don't like to wear all the time because my skin is a bit of a cow bag, and one day it will be quite hydrated and I can get away with a certain foundation, then I'll wear it the next day and it will be dry and it just won't agree with that foundation anymore. You know, it will peel or it will just disappear, it won't sit properly, and the ones I have in my collection I have liked at one point, so I find it really hard to get rid of them because I'm like, well, I did like that at such and such a time of year, so maybe at such and such a time of year I can use it again. You know what I mean. I do have an all-time favourite, which is my number 7 Hydra Luminous. I recently bought a new one, so I'm hoping that will last me a few months and get me through this no-buy before I need to buy a new one. But also, if I do use it up, I do have others in my collection that I can sort of fall back on when my skin is having a good day, or when my skincare routine actually does make my skin feel nourished and moisturised. So I definitely think foundations is one I need to not buy for the moment. So I think I'm going to leave it there with the products I'm not going to buy for now, because I think if I do too many, I am then going to get frustrated and want to buy products anyway. The ones I am going to let myself buy are concealers. I only have 2 concealers in my collection at the moment. Well, I have 3, but one of them is too heavy coverage. I use it as an eye base. But the other 2 are perfect for me. But I wear makeup almost every single day, so I do go through concealer quite quickly. If I feel I need a new concealer, I will get myself one. Primer. I do have a few primers in my collection, but again, because of my whole skincare routine, like I do try to keep my skin very moisturised, but I do find a primer really helps my foundation and my makeup stay on. I do go through primers quite quickly, so if I find that within a couple of months I have used up a lot of my primer collection and I need a new one, I'm going to allow myself to get a primer. And a powder. So I had a Revolution Relove press powder. It was doing good, but it kept getting hard pan, so I have said bye-bye to that one. And at the moment I'm just using a little single Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit powder, which is fine for now. It's working, it's doing its job. But when that one runs out, or if I find it's not really working for me, I think I will allow myself to buy another powder, because although I have dry skin, I do get oily patches, so I find a powder for me does really set my makeup down well, but it's not something I have quite a big collection of, so I will allow myself to get a new powder if I need to. So I hope you enjoyed this video. You know, hopefully it's gone okay. I have been out of the game for a few weeks, so this is kind of me getting back into the swing of things, so if I seem a bit sort of, I really don't know what I'm doing, that is why. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!